Imagine unlocking a secret that has baffled the world's greatest minds for over a century. A mysterious codex written in an unknown language that continues to defy every attempt at decipherment. Today we're diving deep into the enigma of the Voynich Manuscript, a book that holds more questions than answers, and challenges our very understanding of language, art, and science. The Voynich Manuscript is an illustrated codex handwritten in an unrecognizable script known as Voynichese. Radiocarbon dating reveals that the vellum was created between 1404 and 1438, placing it squarely in the early 15th century. Stylistic analysis even hints that it might have been composed in Italy during the Italian Renaissance. Yet despite its unmistakable European origins, the manuscript's purpose, authorship, and meaning remain a tantalizing mystery. Scholars have long debated whether it is written in a natural language, a constructed language, a sophisticated cipher, or perhaps even a hoax designed to confound its readers. Some have even suggested it could be a reference work, a piece of glossolalia, or a work of speculative fiction. What makes this codex so extraordinary is not just the undeciphered text but the lavish, fantastical illustrations that accompany it. The manuscript consists of roughly 240 pages, though evidence suggests that some pages are missing, and these pages are filled with a bewildering array of images. In one section, known as the herbal, each page presents one or two plants accompanied by several paragraphs of text in a style reminiscent of European herbals. Yet, no botanist has been able to identify these plants with certainty. Many appear to be composite images, merging elements of different species into a single, surreal depiction. In another section, the astronomical pages display circular diagrams that evoke both astronomy and astrology. Here we see intricate depictions of zodiac symbols, suns, moons, and stars, along with series of female figures arranged in concentric bands. Figures that are often partly nude and intricately detailed, each holding or connected to a star by a mysterious tether. Adding to the complexity, there is the balneological section, where continuous text intermingles with drawings of small nude women, some crowned, bathing in interconnected pools or tubs linked by elaborate networks of pipes. These images are so detailed and integrated that in some cases, water appears to flow seamlessly from one page to the next. Then there are the cosmological diagrams, pages filled with circular patterns and maps, including a famous fold-out folio that depicts a network of 9 rosettes or islands linked by causeways, complete with castles, and even what might be a volcano. Other sections include the pharmaceutical pages, with drawings of isolated plant parts and objects resembling apothecary jars, and the recipes pages, filled with short, starlit paragraphs of text. The sheer variety and intricacy of these illustrations suggest that the manuscript was intended as a comprehensive compendium, possibly a pharmacopoeia or a guide to medieval or early modern medicine, but every answer only leads to more questions. The history of the manuscript is as captivating as its content. The first confirmed owner was Georg Baresch, a 17th-century alchemist from Prague, who found this mysterious sphinx taking up space in his library and was driven to seek its meaning. Baresch, intrigued and perplexed, sent samples of the script to the renowned Jesuit scholar Athanasius Kircher, who was famous for his work on deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. Although it is unclear whether Kircher ever solved the puzzle, his interest in the manuscript set the stage for its continued intrigue. After Baresch's death, the manuscript passed to his friend Jan Marek Marci, rector of Charles University in Prague, who even sent a cover letter, still attached to the book, to Kircher. Later in 1912, Wilfred Voynich, a Polish book dealer, acquired the manuscript, and his name has since become inextricably linked with this enduring mystery. Since 1969, the codex has been housed at Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, and in 2020, Yale made it available online, inviting a new generation of researchers to scrutinize every detail. Despite the efforts of both professional and amateur cryptographers, including famous codebreakers like Prescott Currier, William Friedman, Elizabeth Friedman, and John Tiltman, the Voynich manuscript has never been definitively deciphered. Its text continues to challenge conventional cryptographic methods, and none of the proposed hypotheses have been independently verified. Some theories propose that the manuscript contains a natural language rendered obscure through an intricate cipher, perhaps even employing a verbose cipher where single letters are expanded into groups of characters. Others suggest that it might have been written in shorthand, a kind of private diary in a compressed language like Latin, but these ideas have been largely dismissed by the scholarly community. Then there are more exotic theories. One proposal is that the manuscript employs steganography, a technique that hides meaningful information in the seemingly random arrangement of letters and images. Statistical analyses have shown that the word patterns and entropy in Voynichese are strikingly similar to those found in natural languages, hinting that there is a structured language beneath the surface. Some linguists have even speculated that it might represent a little-known natural language, while others argue for a constructed language, a deliberate invention of a synthetic tongue designed to be as elusive as possible. Deep learning algorithms have been employed in recent years to compare Voynichese with ancient scripts, with some studies suggesting a resemblance to scripts like Kojki, though no definitive conclusions have been reached. Adding to the mystery are theories that the manuscript might simply be a hoax. In 2003, computer scientist Gordon Rugg demonstrated that texts with similar characteristics could be produced using a system of word prefixes, stems, and suffixes selected via a perforated paper overlay, a method akin to a cardon grill. Critics of the hoax hypothesis argue that the sophistication of the text, including apparent semantic networks and statistically significant clusters of related words, makes it unlikely that the manuscript is mere gibberish. Indeed, in 2021, researchers at Yale used advanced text analysis techniques to show that clusters of words in the manuscript correspond with the topics suggested by its illustrations, lending credence to the idea that the text carries meaningful information. The question of authorship only deepens the intrigue. Many figures have been proposed as the creator of the Voynich manuscript, including the medieval polymath Roger Bacon, the enigmatic John Dee, and even Edward Kelly, a notorious spirit medium. Some have even speculated that Wilfred Voynich himself might have fabricated the manuscript to create a sensation in the rare book market. However, radiocarbon dating of the vellum and analysis of the inks and pigments have firmly established the manuscript's origin in the early 15th century, ruling out any post-medieval forgery and suggesting that, while its true author remains unknown, the work is undeniably authentic. What drives our fascination with the Voynich manuscript is not just its cryptic text or its puzzling illustrations, but the way it encapsulates an entire world of medieval knowledge, mystery, and art. Every time we think we're close to understanding it, new details emerge that complicate the picture even further. Is it a comprehensive guide to medicine and natural philosophy, a coded treatise on the cosmos, or perhaps a deliberate work of art meant to defy interpretation? The answer remains elusive, and it is precisely that enigma that continues to captivate researchers, cryptographers, and curious minds around the globe. As we stand on the edge of modern technology and ancient mystery, the Voynich manuscript challenges us to rethink what we know about language, art, and the transmission of knowledge. It invites us to explore the boundaries between genius and madness, authenticity and forgery, order and chaos. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of history's most enduring puzzles. Let's continue to explore this extraordinary mystery together, as we push ever closer to unlocking the secrets of this unfathomable text.